Okay, everybody, we're here again in the side control position. Now, we're actually going to look at a situation where the arm crosses our neck here. Now, again, like we've talked about, simple changes like this actually change how we're going to start to recover or escape the position. Normally, if the arm stays on this side of my body, it's easier for me to bring my left shoulder off of the mat. It doesn't do as good a job of pinning that shoulder. He again focuses more on pinning this right shoulder, so it's hard for me to take this shoulder off the mat. Turning towards him is a simpler option. Just by changing his arm to the opposite side of my neck now makes it very difficult to bridge into him and take the left shoulder off the mat. We instead now have to have a different approach, okay, in the way that we're going to escape. And we're actually going to look at taking our right shoulder off the mat, our shoulder closest to his hips. This movement is super important that you react well and focus on building base as quick as possible. What we're looking at achieving is we're actually going to drive into his armpit. We're going to push him down our left arm so that I can sit to the elbow, okay, of my left arm and then to my hand as quickly as possible. I'm also going to use the momentum of my legs to help my body sit up to the mat. Again, I generally find I have more success with these techniques if I don't swing both legs, but I only swing the leg the closest to the side I'm sitting up, so I already have connection to the ground to move with my secondary leg. My hand can make a C-type grip in his armpit, and now we're going to focus on stretching my arm as quickly as possible as I sit up, all in one motion. This can be quite a difficult technique to achieve initially, because as I swing my leg, I need to stretch my arm and sit to my elbow. Now already here my arm's bent, but initially this is where we generally land. We actually generate more force taking the knees off the mat, okay? And because of that, it's better for us to continue to move this way because he's no longer pinning us with his legs. The most important thing we achieve from this scenario is I move as quickly as possible towards that disconnected knee so I can straighten my right arm, or the arm that's in the armpit. If I'm lazy with that, he's going to drive his body weight back to my shoulders, tip me back to the floor and start to pin me again. So again, the moment we land here, I swing my leg and I punch my arm and I scoop my body with my secondary leg. That's why it's important that it's already connected. At the same time that I scoop my body, I straighten my arm and I put my hand to the mat. The secondary arm is also just as important, right, in terms of keeping our base. If I keep my elbow on the floor or my secondary arm is too close to my own bum, he can still drive into me and start to weaken my balance or destroy my structure. The moment I get to this position, I need to separate my arms into the mat as much as possible. So now when he drives into me, I actively push my hands apart and I have the ability to keep his weight off of my body. Enough to just butt scoot back to the guard. He's going to continually drive into you and try to hold you and attack your body, and I just turn and face him, and now I'm back to the guard with a very basic guard recovery motion. He stayed on his knees. I was able to stay strong enough for long enough to get my legs back in front of him and return back to the guard.